This is a certified VoroAMI classic. The situation isn't looking too good for some police officers as one gets tossed into his car by this freakazoid, aka Amazo. Like, what did this officer do to receive this hard throw? Two more cops try performing multiple D1 takedowns on Amazo as the giant does an RXF slap on one cop that makes him drop to the floor like a knocked Marvel Rivals character. And bruh, Amazo's doing too much of these poor cops. Like, my guy tosses another cop like a frisbee so he can slide across the pavement and not a defeated Leonardo pose. You can never pay me enough to be a civilian or a police officer in these types of shows because they're always getting ragdolled. But if I was one of them, you best believe I'd be charging every hero I come across with more money for even daring to challenge a superpowered villain while still being a normal human. Now you guys are probably wondering, who is Amazo and how did we get to this tragic point here? And don't worry, your boy VoroAMI is about to bring y'all up to speed, Silver style. Amazo first appeared in The Brave and the Bold, number 30 in 1960, and was created by Gardner Fox and Mike Zakowski, a superpowered android created by Professor Ivo. Amazo has the ability to copy the powers of those he faces in battle. In the DC Animated Universe continuity, Amazo is created by Professor Ivo, however, his creator is dead. And yeah, my guy got packed up before he could live to see his creation in full effect. Just like how Dr. Gero couldn't see his baby boy Cell laying the smackdown on the Z-Fighters because he got packed up as well. The devious individual known as Lex Luthor would find out about Amazo and decides on doing the unthinkable. Just lie about how he and Ivo were close buddies, and that since he's Amazo's step guardian, the android would have to do some things for him too. Just steal, which Amazo did do, and pack up a Justice Leaguer, which he also did, as Hawkgirl got packed up by this electronic talent. And just imagine that, y'all. Lex discovers his old colleague made an android incredible enough to change the world, and instead of using the android for sensational purposes, he uses him to do petty theft, cook the heroes who have rightfully packed him up this entire series. Luthor ain't shit, man. Now my brothers and sisters, let us resume with the main commentary. Amazo sees that more officers have pulled up to face him, and he is like, nah, I've cooked enough of y'all, I'm out, and flies in the air with Hawkgirl's abilities. Amazo continues flying away until a lasso appears, and yes, is the GOAT superhero here ready to cook Amazo for good? The lasso pulls Amazo down, and look at the queen serving. Diana launches Amazo into a building, and there goes more work for the construction workers. Like, I feel so bad for them, bruh. Diana looks at the building to see if Amazo has been successfully packed up at that one kaiju. Amazo gets up and is like, hold on, give me 1 second, babe, as he scans the abilities of Wonder Woman and pulls her down with the same force as that one ape foil of Bugs Bunny, shocking Diana greatly as she tells her two buddies, Hawkgirl and the Flash Wally West, that they forgot to mention he's as strong as her. And Wally's like, hold up Diana, I've never seen this NBA talent before in my life. Amazo would be fired as an NBA player though. Bro would be throwing 3-pointers like he's self. Hawkgirl tells Diana he wasn't like that before, and yeah, we know Shira, as the android starts pulling Diana towards him like a supreme tug of war champion. In Diana's face, she's like, this machine got my strength attributes as if we're in 2K, and now he's outdoing me with my own strength? I'd honestly be irritated if I were Diana too. And here comes one of the best clutch saves ever as a green beam hits Amazo, causing him to drift down the pavement, and you just gotta love clutch saves, man. The Green Lantern known as John Stewart drops down, and you already know this dude Amazo can't help himself to start copying John's powers too. It's like a burning itch in his body as he morphs a Green Lantern ring on his middle finger. Wally and the others pull up next to their homie John, ready to quadruple him if things go south. Can we take a moment to enjoy this shot here? Simply amazing. Amazo surprises the heroes with a quick beam, causing them all to fly away like tennis balls. And Cola, Frankie could use one of those right now. Wally is like, damn, my squad just got turned into 3 Snorlaxes. I gotta do something fast, just as my name entails, and dashed up with a speedster badge. And Amazo's like, if you don't get that bullshit out of my face, as he generates a slide, causing Wally to slide all the way into another object. And y'all, I could not stand my goat being jobbed out in this series. If this was comic Wally, it would have been a whole different story. Amazo picks up Wally like a trophy so he can copy his powers, and when the other heroes try to charge at Amazo, he throws Wally into Diana, and bruh, can Wally please catch a break? Hawkgirl tries to attack him with her glorious mace, but misses thanks to Amazo's new speed powers. Amazo even starts spitting game like how the Flash would, and Green Lantern, being the homie he is, had none of that and shoved him off the building, much like how Silverberg her got packed up in Ozark. Hawkgirl tries an injustice swing on Amazo, but gets a mink to the face. Gonna have her looking like Joanna if he keeps that up. Amazo continued his devious assault on Hawkgirl by swinging her on top of another building, and bruh, he's cooking Hawkgirl like a 5-star dish. Diana tries for a sneak attack but misses as Amazo successfully evades with his flash powers. Amazo pulls out his lantern ring again and starts spamming Diana with the accuracy of a Fortnite hacker from 2019, and the spamming technique proves to be too much for Diana as she gets hit right in the collarbone by one of the strikes, and he's going to pay for doing the queen like that, bruh. The Green Lantern known as John Stewart saves Diana, and we gotta give John his props for coming in the clutch saves. He's working like a seasoned Magic Johnson. You gotta love it, bruh. Amazo starts a beam struggle with John in hopes of breaking his shield like how an advanced Smash player does, and Wally, Shira, get up. John needs y'all like right now. Elsewhere, Mercy Graves tries calling Lex Luthor, who starts having issues with his heart, prompting her to go see him. Nearby, we see the Batmobile as the two homies are having a cup of coffee, and this scene always takes me out. Like their homies are getting clapped by this DC cell, and they're here drinking some good coffee as they discuss Ivo, his expertise in nanotechnology, when they get a call from John Stewart as he tells them they found the android. Batman asks where John is, and bro is like, oh no you don't, better stay there because this android can copy our powers just by looking at us. Superman tells John they just can't sit there in the Batmobile, and John informs them that they will, as all they'll do is make the android even stronger if they come, as the man screams out like Daffy, causing the two GOAT heroes to look at each other like we need to pull up there right now. And yes, this is where the insane thumbnail happens as Amazo continues with his barrages, and do y'all see Diana? Homegirl is knocked out. I'm talking about like Kalani Jordan type knocked out. Amazo's final strike breaks John's shield, causing him to scream out in pain like Tom the Cat. Amazo gets ready to have John and Diana meet the Phantom Stranger when the real best pull-up happens here as Superman shows up to throw a rod at Amazo. You just gotta love it when the GOAT hero makes a world-needed save. Superman breaks a P from a store sign and once again, giving work for the normal civilians to do. Superman seals the P on Amazo with his heat vision, and you know Amazo did not like this one bit as Buddy throws Supes off him with a toss like that. I think we should give this man an NFL contract. Y'all agree? Superman catches himself, and you already know the GOAT is about to go off like he's season 3 Jotaro as my guy flies up to Amazo like a laser missile to hit the android. And if you guys thought Supes is showing out in this fight, you don't even know the half of it as he throws him into some liquid cement, and you know Amazo is beaming with rage because of the fact that Superman is lasting way longer than the other leaguers in this fight. My guy even tries removing the metal off his face, and Supes, being in this Super Cena era, launches Amazo into a pole and starts making this man up with a jet Gatling special. One thing y'all have learned in the other videos as well as the compilation video I dropped for y'all last week is the fact that Supes has hands. Gave this man an injustice meter burn combo. You gotta love it. Superman walks up to do another punch on Amazo, and damn, the GOAT doesn't realize that Amazo wanted to get in close range because this twisted creature decides to morph his hand into Hawkgirl's mace to Caleb City Superman away, and so disrespectful. Had the GOAT hero bouncing up and down like a pogo stick. Amazo rips the rod off his face, and Supes is like, nah, I gotta finish him before he copies my powers, as he uses his Blitz card only to be sidestepped by the android. Bro pulled a Bleach Sonito on the GOAT hero. Y'all know what that means. Amazo successfully copies Superman's abilities as he modifies his body to show a similar shape to that of Superman. Truly one of the most horrifying scenes as Amazo displays all the hero's abilities on his body, ready to pack up Superman to see the Phantom Stranger. John and Diana are both staring like we need help as Diana calls out to Hera for assistance, and yeah, y'all are gonna need her assistance for real because Amazo is giving it to the GOAT superhero. Like this menace tosses a pillar at Superman, and Superman, being a man of steel, powers right through it. You know Superman has something to show as he starts boxing with Amazo like they're both in a street beefs matchup. Amazo catches Supes' last punch, which causes the GOAT to utilize the Ezra headbutt technique on the android, which sends him blasting away onto the top of the building. Imagine this, y'all. You're just sleeping or showering and you hear a loud thud on the top of your room. Civilians deserve better. Batman grapples up the building as he tells Superman to stay back, and y'all already know the second GOAT hero has an Einstein plant up his sleeve. Batman pulls it up as Amazo tries to scan for his powers, causing the android to be disappointed as he realizes Batman has has no powers. And yeah buddy, Batman might not have powers, but he has something even deadlier, aka his prep time abilities. Batman pulls out kryptonite and danger has me crying. Amazo gaps out and is like, stay back please, as he falls down and tries to Fortnite crawl away from Batman. But the goat is like, nah, you gain our powers, so it's only natural you gain our weaknesses too. And Batman was spot on with his delivery here. What cracks me up though is how Hawkgirl gets up and is thinking like, damn, Bruce really is the scariest out of us. Amazo realizes that he'll be done for good if he stays a little longer and jumps into the water like a swimming contestant. Homie got embarrassed so badly here by the second GOAT hero. Now you guys have probably been wondering, where exactly was the Chad known as Martian Manhunter at during this destructive showdown with a highly gifted talent known as Amazo? And man y'all, John Jones was in the middle of a battle with himself and also wondering why he defends humanity when they're selfish and dishonest. My bro was going through it but is able to change his mind on them when he sees a group of people searching for a lost girl. John helps them, causing the group to praise him, and my bro tries doing a big chill on them but fails as he's caught red-handed by Diana, who gives him an expression that have anyone barking like crazy, including me. A few moments later, the Justice League find Amazo flying in downtown again and set up an S-tier level plan to take down the android once and for all. The others hold off on engaging the android while Batman utilizes the kryptonite special on Amazo again. And they got a Chad John Jones this time, so you know they're gonna be good. Amazo realizes Hawkgirl is following him and uses a Green Lantern beam to pull her in like he's Blackbeard from One Piece. And I wish Shira had listened to Batman, because look what's happening to her right now. Amazo slams Shira into a building, knocking her out like a Marvel Rivals character. And my goodness, now you're gonna try and pack her up with her own weapon? Chill my guy. Then we hear some people never learn from Batman, and goodness man, why is Batman so dang cool? Amazo tries to swing at Batman, but a GOAT pulls out the trump card, aka a block of kryptonite, causing this man to drop down, Hawkgirl style, thanks to the Superman cells within him. Batman says, I guess that goes for androids too. And Bruce, you're gonna wish you didn't say that, as Amazo says he can learn, also adapt and evolve. And my guy's eyes shot out like an anime character as he gets up, grabs the kryptonite, and Caleb City's Batman with a glorious backhand. Didn't have to do the second GOAT hero like that. Amazo looks back at Superman and the Flash, Wally West, race to the scene to battle him, like Wally is hauling ass to give Amazo a receipt for what the android did to him earlier in the fight, and I don't blame him. Amazo tosses the kryptonite at Superman with his Patrick Mahomes card, resulting in Superman collapsing. And not cool Amazo, not cool. Wally is like, dang, the big homie is down, and rushes to him to get rid of the kryptonite residue. Good thing Clark has homies like the Flash around. Superman points upwards and bruh, Amazo's trying to hit a silent double axe handle on Flash. Where did my guy learn this iconic move from? Seamus? Wally dodges, leading Superman to get hit with the maneuver instead. And you couldn't get the GOAT hero out of the way too, Wally? Amazo hears a hey, here I am, and look at Wally bruh. One thing you guys have learned in my previous videos that have Wally West in them is the fact he's a professional shit talker. It's one of the best things about him, and he was giving it to Amazo here as he starts speeding all around the android. It even says, come on Jumbo. Amazo looks at Flash and is like, two can play at that game, and dashes away, leading Wally to be like, huh? Where did he go? Now we must get ready to talk about one of the more embarrassing moments in this fight, as Amazo alerts Wally that he's behind him, and when Wally tries to swing at the android, Amazo proceeds to put him in a Strowman chokehold special. Wally is like, dang, he got me, and tells the android that he's just too fast for him, but not his homie behind him. And Amazo, not believing this old technique, tries to pack up Flash, but gets hit by a silent beam courtesy of Green Lantern. Clutch saves, oh they're so good. John moves up to the android, unaware of falling for Amazo's possum maneuver, and gets into a stalemate beam blast with an android that will make any lifelong Dragon Ball fan proud of witnessing the glorious scene. Wally gets up, grabs Shira's mace, and batters Amazo with it, and I laugh every time I watch this moment here. Wally is like those type of spammers in video games who pray that that one move they know works against the sweaty player they're fighting, in this case Amazo. Diana and John finally arrive as Diana tells John he can't join the fight because if the android copies his powers too, they're toast, and dang man, she has a point, but John is the trump card they don't realize yet. Diana comes in like a bullet bill to blast Amazo away from her two homies, and Amazo did not like that one bit and decides to ruin another civilian's apartment building to release his anger. Like, come on bruh. Amazo tries performing a jumping barrage on the heroes, forcing Green Lantern to create a barrier to protect them against the spazzing android. Amazo starts battering the barrier, hoping he'll get his way, and nah Amazo, you're going to have to try something else if you want to get past Green Lantern's Hall of Fame defensive badge. When suddenly Green Lantern is hit in the back with a silent beam team from the notorious mastermind known as Lex Luthor. And Lex's grin, he enjoys his career as a villain way too much. The barrier goes away, allowing Amazo to smack them all away like annoying flies, and a tragic beatdown gets worse for Diana Prince as she receives some electrifying back shots from the devious Lex Luthor. And this shot is crazy. You that's getting ready to type what I think you're gonna type, stop it. Diana is dropped to the floor by Lex, and Wally West, my GOAT hero, tries for a last stand attack against both villains, but gets spammed to the ground with a Kevin Hammer special by Amazo, knocking him out instantly. And John got packed up just as bad as he got sandwiched between both of Lex's and Amazo's blast. Cooked our childhood heroes, not right at all, man. Lex tells his boy it's time to finish them once and for all, and John is like, not on my watch, you baldy, even though John is a baldy too, but hey, he can shapeshift. John appears before Amazo and tells the android the heroes are not his enemies. Amazo looks at Lex to make sure he's not telling the truth, and Lex at this moment puts on his failed Will Smith badge as he tells his boy he knows what to do. John agrees with Lex as Amazo copies John's abilities, and we all know one of the most famous abilities of Martian Manhunter is mind reading. So when Amazo gets those abilities and reads Lex's mind, he finds out that his so-called father-in-law, or his guardian I should say, has been lying to him the entire time. And dang, what a way to piss off a 9-foot android who should really be in the NBA instead. And Lex realizing this shows the entire world he's truly the worst father-in-law of the year as he uses a device to blow off Amazo's head. Is this a common thing with Amazo and media, always getting his head blown off? Lex really thought he did something here, but one of the perks of having Martian cells in you now is the ability to regenerate lost body parts as Amazo reforms his head, and Lex is like, oh nah, I need to skedaddle out of here with a Scooby Gang special. Amazo uses the illustrious powers of the Green Lantern to bring Lex back down while the League look on, and you know they want to stop this, but are also secretly enjoying seeing this menace get a taste of his own bad medicine. Lex's armor blows out like an old computer as Amazo starts removing this man's armor off one by one, and no, not the Booty Warrior special. Lex, you are done for good, bruh. Lex really shot himself down a hole he can't get out of. Amazo keeps doing this devastating technique on Lex until he pleads with him to stop, and not the no more please position. My guy is cooked for good. Amazo lets everyone there know how small they are and becomes Adam Warlock before flying into space, and man, one of the best 2-part episodes from the original Justice League series. This, besides the Nightwing video, were the first videos I thought of back in December that are luckily going to be out in January, so I really hope y'all like this one a lot. Lex, being the twisted individual that he is, worked badly in his favor in this episode. Like, you manipulating a superpowered android into conning was a recipe for disaster in my opinion, and Amazo here is wildly different from the one in the comics and the one we spoke about in the Batman video, but still a cool version of him nonetheless. And when the Justice League do eventually come to the James Gunn universe, the DCU, Amazo is one of the villains that I want the Justice League to fight. Either him or Prometheus, maybe even Despero. There's so many good Justice League villains that they can do, but I hope for a first movie with the Justice League, hopefully they give us Amazo because he's such a cool villain. There's the ability to copy the abilities of all these iconic superheroes like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash. It's too good, bruh. It's too good. And Amazo in this series, he's a lot like Cell, you know, and definitely, man, his appearance in Justice League Unlimited, we might talk about that one day because we have done a lot of Justice League Unlimited videos on the channel, so I would definitely be excited to talk about that in the future, man. But either way, January videos are done, y'all, you know what I'm saying? February, I already got the videos planned, man. If y'all enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. I also have a DC playlist that features my older DC videos, so please check them out, as well as the other playlists too, like the Ben 10 one, the Marvel one, and the anime one. So I also got an Instagram if y'all want to follow on there. As always, I hope y'all continue having a nice week, and I'll catch y'all for the next video. VoroAMI out.